Peace and grace to your heart, beloved soul. You are not here by accident, and these words are not a coincidence heaven arranged this very moment. The angels have led you here with purpose, because there is something your spirit has been longing to hear. You're about to witness something that will not just confirm what you've been sensing, but reveal why your spirit has felt so restless lately, because someone's about to go public with their feelings for you. Not just in secret messages, not in subtle glances, but in bold, undeniable action. I'm not talking about wishful thinking, I'm talking about divine timing, about the season when God begins to uncover what he has been cultivating in silence. For months, maybe even years, you've been wondering if what you felt was real, if that connection was mutual, if love was still possible for you after everything that's happened. And I'm here to tell you, yes, it is. This is not an accident. The energy, the pull, the synchronicities you've been noticing, they are the signs that something real is about to surface. But before it does, you must understand what's really happening, because when love starts to reveal itself, so does everything that's been hiding behind fear, doubt, and pride. In this message, I'm going to break down 7 powerful truths, not theories, not fluff, but spiritual strategies that will prepare your heart, sharpen your discernment, and help you recognize the divine hand moving in your love life right now. If you've ever felt unseen, undervalued, or overlooked, this message is for you, because you're stepping into a season where love will not whisper anymore, it will announce itself. So if you're ready for clarity, healing, and revelation, stay with me till the end, because I promise you, by the time this message is over, you won't just know who is about to go public with their love for you. You'll understand why it's happening and how to align with it without losing your peace. Before we dive in, take a second and subscribe. Daily motivation prayers. If you haven't already, leave a comment below telling me where you're watching from and what season of love you're believing for. And if this message speaks to you, bless the channel by hitting that super thanks button. It helps this message reach more people who need it. Now let's begin. Number 1. Recognize the divine timing of love. The first thing you must understand is this: love reveals itself when heaven says it's time, not when you're desperate for it, not when you chase it, but when you've been refined enough to hold it. You cannot rush divine timing. You can desire love, you can pray for love, you can even prepare for love. But until the moment aligns in the spirit realm, it will not manifest in the natural. Some of you have been in a waiting season that felt like punishment, but it wasn't punishment, it was protection, because God would rather withhold what you're not ready to carry than let you lose what you begged for too soon. The one who's about to go public with their feelings for you, they didn't just wake up one day and decide they cared. This has been building quietly, in their heart, in their thoughts, and in their prayers. God has been softening their spirit, teaching them how to love you with patience and honor, not with impulse or lust, but with maturity. You see, when divine timing meets divine preparation, that's when love becomes visible. That's when conversations shift, when actions become consistent, when peace replaces confusion, when your spirit says something's different about this. The person you're thinking of may have pulled away, they may have gone silent, and you thought it was rejection. But sometimes God separates people so he can work on them individually, so that when they return, they come back. Whole in the word, it says, to everything there is a season, a time to plant and a time to harvest. Love follows that same principle. Some of you planted the seed long ago, through prayer, through forgiveness, through patience, and now the harvest is beginning to appear. The divine timing of love doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it comes with peace. Sometimes it comes with stillness. A knowing that doesn't need validation. That's how you'll recognize it. When the love that's meant for you begins to show itself. It won't make you anxious, it will make you calm. The timing of this love is not random, it's orchestrated. Every delay had a purpose. Every disappointment was direction. Every closed door was a redirection. The one who's about to go public with their feelings for you, they are being moved by something higher than emotion. They are being moved by divine alignment. And when that happens, you don't chase it. You don't force it. You receive it. So breathe. You're not late. You're not forgotten. You're right on time. Because when God is involved, the timing of love is never off. Number 2, discern between genuine love and emotional attachment. One of the greatest spiritual tests you'll ever face is learning to tell the difference between love that is genuine and attachment that is emotional. Because emotional attachment can feel like love. It can mimic the excitement, the butterflies, the obsession. It can sound right, but it's rooted in need, not in truth. Genuine love doesn't drain you, it grounds you. It doesn't demand constant reassurance. It brings peace, even. In silence, the person who truly loves you doesn't feed your insecurities. They help heal them. They don't make you question your worth. They remind you of it. There are people who are drawn to your light, but not committed to your growth. They want your energy, your warmth, your stability, but not your process. And that's how you know the difference. Emotional attachment says, I need you to complete me, but genuine love says, I'm whole, and I choose to share my wholeness with you. God never intended love to be a place of anxiety, when you have to chase peace, beg for clarity, or sacrifice your boundaries just to keep someone close. That's not love, that's attachment disguised as affection. You see, the one who's about to go public with their feelings for you isn't coming to fill a void. They're coming because they've been made whole too, because genuine love meets genuine healing, and that's when relationships flourish. When two healed people come together, there's no fear of losing because love becomes a partnership, not a performance. The word says, perfect love casts out fear, and that's your sign. If fear still rules your heart when you think about someone, you're not operating in love yet. You're still entangled in attachment. God will often separate you from what you're attached to before He gives you what's meant for you. Because if He gave you real love while you were still bound by emotional dependency, you'd treat the blessing like a burden. So in this season, ask yourself, does this connection pull me closer to peace or deeper into confusion? Do I feel expanded or exhausted? Is this love helping me grow or making me shrink? You'll know it's genuine love when your spirit rests instead of wrestles, when you don't have to beg for consistency, when you're not afraid to lose what's meant for you, because genuine love honors you even when it's quiet. The one who's about to go public with their feelings for you. They're not playing games. They've learned what love costs. They've faced their reflection, and they're choosing you, not out of need, but out of revelation. Number 3, heal before you receive. Before love can reveal itself, you must be healed enough to receive it, because unhealed hearts don't recognize healthy love. They crave intensity, not intimacy. They chase the familiar, even when the familiar hurts. Some of you have been praying for love, but God has been trying to heal you first, because if He gave you what you wanted before you were ready, you would sabotage it without even realizing it. Healing is not punishment, it's preparation. It's the process of detoxing your spirit from what wounded you so that you can stand in love without fear. Unhealed pain creates distorted vision. It makes you interpret love as danger or mistrust peace because you've never known it before. That's why some of you push away the very people who are good for you, because you're still protecting yourself from the people who hurt you. The word says guard your heart, but it doesn't say close it. Guarding means discernment. Closing means fear. And fear is the enemy of connection. Healing means you stop rehearsing your pain and start releasing it. It means you forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you do. Because you can't step into a new story while you're still narrating the old one. The one who's about to go public with their feelings for you. They're not coming to fix you. They're coming to align with the version of you that has been healed enough to love wisely. They've been healing too, and divine timing always waits until both hearts are ready. That's why it took this long, not because love forgot you, but because it was being refined for you. Healing teaches you how to love without fear, how to trust. Again, how to be soft again, how to let someone in without losing yourself in the process. A healed heart doesn't chase closure, it creates it. A healed heart doesn't fear being alone. It rests in knowing that solitude was never punishment. It was training when you're healed. You stop trying to prove your worth to people because you finally believe what God said about you, that you are chosen, you are worthy, and you are loved beyond measure. This is the version of you that will attract love, that lasts, the healed you, the calm you, the discerning you. Because when you heal, you stop settling for emotional chaos and you start choosing peace that doesn't need to perform, and that's when real love finds you. Not because you're perfect. Number 4, stay grounded while love unfolds. When love begins to reveal itself, it can feel overwhelming. You start noticing the signs. The energy shifts, the conversations change, and suddenly your heart starts to race with expectation. But hear me. This is not the time to lose yourself in emotion. This is the time to stay grounded in truth, because when something beautiful begins to form, the enemy will often try to use distraction to pull you into fear, into overthinking, into self-sabotage. You'll start asking, what if it's not real? What if it's too good to be true? What if I get hurt again? But those questions are not discernment, they're doubt dressed as protection. The word says, be still and know that I am God. That stillness isn't passivity, it's confidence, it's trust. It's the ability to stand firm when your emotions want to run ahead of revelation. Staying grounded means you don't chase validation. You don't beg for clarity. You don't let your mind rewrite what your spirit already knows. The one who's about to go public with their feelings for you. They're watching how you handle this moment. They're observing your peace, your composure, your emotional stability, because real love is drawn to confidence, not chaos. You don't have to prove that you're worthy of being chosen. Your stillness is your proof. Your peace is your power. Your consistency is your message. If they're meant for you, you won't have to compete for their attention. You won't have to chase their love, because what's divinely aligned doesn't require manipulation. It flows naturally. This is your time to stay focused on your purpose. Keep building your vision. Keep nurturing your faith. Because when love is real, it won't pull you away from your calling. It will complement it when love unfolds. Stay in gratitude, not anxiety. Be thankful that God is revealing, not fearful that you'll lose what's coming. Grounded love is steady love. It doesn't rise and fall with emotion. It stands firm through uncertainty. It matures through patience. If you want to attract someone who's emotionally stable, you must first become that stability, because what you embody, you attract. So breathe. Don't rush what's growing. Don't question what peace has already confirmed. Stay grounded, stay grateful, and watch how everything that's meant for you begins to move closer. Because the moment you stop trying to control it, you give God permission to complete it. Number 5, align your love with purpose. Real love doesn't distract you from your purpose. It deepens it. The relationship that's coming, the one that's about to go public. It's not just about romance, it's about assignment. Because when God sends love, He doesn't just send someone who makes you feel good. He sends someone who helps you grow, someone who sharpens you, someone who reminds you of what He said about your destiny. The person who's about to express their feelings for you, they are not random. They are a divine connection, a part of your story, a piece of your purpose. You see, purpose-aligned love doesn't need to be forced. It doesn't compete with your calling. It completes your focus. Some relationships pulled you away from who you were becoming, but this one This love will call you back to who you really are. The word says two are better than one, for if one falls, the other will lift them up. That's partnership. That's the kind of love God is sending. In this season, not one that drains your energy, but one that multiplies it when you align love with purpose. You stop chasing compatibility and start seeking destiny connection, because compatibility is about comfort, but destiny connection is about calling. You'll know this love by the fruit it produces. If it inspires you to become more disciplined, more peaceful, more aligned with God, that's not just attraction, that's divine purpose at work. The one who's about to go public with their love for you. They've seen your light, but they've also recognized your mission. They're drawn not just to your beauty, but to your strength, to the way you love people, to the way you carry grace, even in seasons of pain. Don't lower your standards just to feel chosen. The person who's meant for you will rise to meet your purpose. They won't ask you to shrink, they'll ask you to shine. If you want to sustain divine love, you have to stay rooted in your faith. Keep praying, keep listening. Keep obeying, because when your spirit stays aligned, your relationships will naturally follow that order. The love that's coming is not a distraction. It's a divine collaboration. It's someone saying, I see your purpose and I'm ready to walk with you in it. So as this new chapter begins, don't lose yourself trying to keep love. Find yourself by keeping alignment, because when your relationship honors God, it will have everything it needs to last. Number 6, prepare to be loved publicly. When love goes public, it will test more than your emotions. It will test your character. Because everyone wants to be loved out loud until they realize that public love requires private strength. You've prayed for someone to see you, to choose you, to honor you openly. But now heaven is asking, can you carry that without losing who you are? Public love exposes what private seasons were meant to heal. In the silence, you learned patience. In the waiting, you learned discernment. In the heartbreak, you learned humility. Those lessons will be your foundation when the spotlight turns your way, when love becomes visible. You must remember, not everyone who claps for you is celebrating you. Some are curious, some are envious, and some are watching to see if you'll forget the God who blessed you. The word says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. That's what public love is meant to. It's not for your validation, it's for God's glory. When they finally go public with their feelings for you, don't let pride take the place of gratitude. Don't let attention replace intimacy, because what's sacred must still be protected. Even when it's seen, the more visible your love becomes, the more humility you'll need, the more grace you'll need, the more prayer you'll need. Love is not a performance, it's a purpose. And when it becomes visible, your posture must still be the same, gentle, grateful, grounded. Don't let people's opinions make you question what you know in your spirit. If God gave it, no human opinion can take it. The one who's about to go public with their feelings for you, they're not just showing the world their affection. They're confirming your value, your strength, your patience, your faith. But don't make their declaration your identity. Make it your testimony. Remember, you are not finally worthy because someone sees your worth. You were worthy before they ever noticed. This love is simply the evidence of what God already declared. So prepare your heart. Stay rooted in prayer. Keep your focus on the giver, not just the gift. Because when love is revealed publicly, it's not just about being seen. It's about being trusted with visibility. This is your moment. Handle it with wisdom. Protect it with humility and celebrate it with gratitude, because you didn't wait in vain. You waited with purpose. Number 7, sustain what heaven sent. When love is new, it feels like fire, but when it matures, it must learn to burn steady. The test of divine love isn't how bright it starts. It's how faithful it remains when the emotions settle public love. may reveal you, but lasting love will refine you, because sustaining what heaven gave takes more than chemistry. It takes consistency. You prayed for love that lasts. Now heaven is asking, can you water what you once waited for? Can you serve what you once sought? Because divine love doesn't survive on excitement, it thrives on daily obedience. You'll have days when you feel misunderstood, moments when patience feels heavy, seasons when you'll need to pray together, even when you don't. Feel together. That's where covenant outlasts emotion. That's where grace becomes your language. Remember what God builds. He expects you to maintain, not through performance, but through prayer, not through perfection, but through presence, sustaining. Divine love means returning to the source. When you're weary, pray. When you're unsure, listen. When you're blessed, stay humble. Because the love that God ordains can only be kept by the God who gave it. You will learn that love isn't a destination. It's discipleship. It's two people choosing daily to mirror Christ, forgiving quickly, speaking gently, honoring deeply. And as the years stretch and the spotlight fades, may your love become quieter but stronger, less about being seen and more about being faithful, because divine love doesn't need to prove itself. It just needs to endure. It grows roots while others chase applause. It builds legacy while others chase attention. So guard what God gave you. Keep sowing prayer into your partnership. Keep choosing peace over pride. Keep letting humility lead your home, because heaven didn't just bless you with love, it entrusted you with ministry. And if you ever forget how to sustain it, go back to where it started, in God's presence. Because what began in prayer can only remain in prayer. This is divine love, sustained, not perfect but purposed, not loud but lasting, a testimony of grace, still standing, still sacred, still guided by God. You've walked through every stage, from being hidden to being chosen, from preparation to revelation, from private surrender to public love. Each season had a purpose. Each silence had a lesson. Each prayer had a reason. Now you can see it. None of it was wasted. Every delay was divine timing. Every heartbreak was holy shaping. Every not yet was heaven's way of saying, you're not being denied. You're being developed. And now that the promise has come full circle, heaven is whispering, don't just enjoy the gift, steward it. Because love isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of a new assignment. You were never waiting just for a person. You were waiting to become the kind of person who could love with purity, lead with grace, and live with purpose. Now you are that person, rooted, ready, refined. You carry not just love but wisdom, not just joy but maturity, not just favor but responsibility. So as you step into this next chapter, hold your heart steady, keep your spirit surrendered. Keep your eyes on the one who wrote your story, because divine love isn't just about being fulfilled, it's about being faithful. Let your love be proof that waiting works. Let your peace be evidence that trusting God is never in vain. Let your relationship glorify the one who sustained you through the waiting. And if anyone asks how you made it here, tell them, I didn't chase love, I became love. And when the time was right, love found me. So walk boldly into your promise. Protect it, nurture it, honor it, because this is more than romance. This is revelation. This is what happens when patience meets purpose and heaven's timing meets a willing heart. May your love remain pure. May your hearts remain humble. May your union remain rooted in prayer, and may everything about your story continue to point back to the author of it all. This is your promise fulfilled, your purpose revealed, your love redeemed and refined. You didn't just wait well, you waited with faith, and heaven has answered. Amen.